It is the Monday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. It's another tag team effort. It's Mike Joyce in the house
Hello.
once again. How was your weekend?
It was great. Well, other than Saturday. Saturday was the whole way into work. It was raining, and then it rained all evening, and then it snowed. But yesterday was great, and today's even better.
That's right. The improvement continues. Just a real quick recap of Saturday night's snow. We got maybe just a touch more than I expected. I had about 2 inches at my house in Boardman. I didn't see many reports over 2 inches, though. So generally, fairly light snow, and the evidence of it was gone by the afternoon. You never know it snowed, especially on any parts of your house that aren't facing north. Those shaded north areas keep the snow a little longer. But you said you had some issues getting back up into the Cleveland area Saturday night.
Right.
How much snow did you run into up there?
About 5 inches. And it was a very isolated spot, which made it a little difficult getting up the driveway. I actually got stuck. So
Great.
And at the end of March, when you get stuck in your driveway, it's just not.
It's not what you want to do.
No, not when you get home after midnight.
Right, exactly. Not what you want to deal with. Well, of course, it has been a cold March, and today's the final day of the month. Today's numbers are not in yet. They won't be for a while. But as of last night, here's where we stand for the list of coldest Marches on record here in Youngstown. And here's this year right here, number 3. 29.5, tied with 1947, and just a shade below 29.3 in 1984. So we've seen a lot of graphs and charts like this winter. January, February, March have all been way below the average. It's hard to believe December was actually a little above average.
It was, I know.
But that's the last time we've had an above average month. So it's been a long winter. We're hoping April will feature some better weather. We're going to talk about that April forecast in just a second, but let's focus on the near term. Here's the surface map about 2:30 this afternoon. Big nice looking storm out here across the plain states. Low pressure centered around the border between South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska. And yeah, that's a healthy snowstorm up there in Bismarck and pretty close to Fargo as well. And thankfully this storm, as it cruises north and east, is going to undergo some weakening, and there's just not a lot of moisture for the cold front to squeeze out as it comes east. So even today, there's not much going on with the cold front down here. But as this comes east tomorrow, I suppose a random stray shower could occur somewhere in the region, but looks like a mostly dry day tomorrow. And tomorrow, the big story, of course, is the warmth and to some extent the wind as well. Pirates, beautiful afternoon for the home opener in Pittsburgh. Not a cloud in the sky. Look at that. And on a satellite picture this afternoon, you can see the last of the snow cover where the snow was heaviest the other night. It's still kind of sticking on the ground up here around Cleveland, and of course you can pick out the ice on the lakes as well. Indians opener tonight is out in Oakland, right?
Oakland. Yes.
And not looking great out there. I'm actually a little bit concerned about a rainout for that tonight, or at least a delay. This slug of rain about to head into the Bay Area, and yikes, this could be the weather. Ironically, out in California is going to be much worse than Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So how's that for irony?
It's not fair, is it?
No, it isn't. Indians home opener is Friday. We're going to talk about that in a second. Not looking great for that either. We're going to be talking about more rain. Let's talk about tomorrow. I'm going to bring up our latest NAM model and show you the simulated radar for, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Simulated radar for tomorrow. And again, the point here is there's not much moisture to squeeze out on April Fool's Day. Our cold front's going to be kind of in through here, and yeah, hardly any shower activity along it at all. It is going to be a pretty windy day, though. Let me bring up the wind first at the surface down here where we live. And when you get into these blues, the legends over here on the left, we're talking 20 miles per hour or higher. Some of these darker blues out towards maybe Toledo, 30 miles per hour or higher. And this is at about 2 in the afternoon. Get later in the afternoon, some of those higher wind speeds may try to sneak in. So yeah, windy day tomorrow, up at about 5,000 feet. I posted this on social media this morning. 5,000 foot level, we're talking about winds maybe somewhere between 40 and 60 when you get into these purples. And tomorrow is going to be a day where the atmosphere is going to be well mixed. In other words, there's going to be lots of air parcels going up and down all the way up to this 5,000 foot level. So a gust, occasional wind gust tomorrow afternoon. What do you think? Maybe 40?
I don't know. It's certainly possible, especially when you've got those winds like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking good.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day other than the wind, but certainly tomorrow you're going to want to hang on to your hat. But I don't think we'll mind with temperatures looking like this. Let me bring up the temperatures quickly here. And those are good-looking warm colors there. When you get into the yellows and oranges here, of course, we're talking about 60s to around 70. I think 70 in some backyards is a possibility tomorrow. Officially at the airport, maybe 67, 68, but wouldn't be shocked if we showed a map tomorrow afternoon saying 70.
Oh, it'll look
in some
beautiful.
backyards. It's been a long time since we've seen that, so we're definitely looking forward to that. All right, rest of the week. I mentioned, tomorrow, of course, a windy, warm day, stray shower, maybe a 10% possibility of that. Here's Wednesday. Now, that front that comes through with little fanfare tomorrow is going to kind of stall in through here. So Wednesday is going to be a cloudier day. It doesn't look like a washout to me. Here's 2 p.m., and then here's the evening. It looks like the focus of most of the shower activity is going to be maybe south of us and west of us. So small chance we get a little bit of rain on Wednesday, but not a great chance, it looks like to me at this point. But then chances of rain probably do try to increase Wednesday night into Thursday. Our front really becomes a little more active this day. Low pressure out here, and our front kind of dangling in through here. This is just the European model. We're just showing you one model, but other models have a kind of similar idea from what you've seen this morning. What do you think? Thursday and Friday are probably the wettest of the 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right. Maybe a smaller chance Wednesday for sure, but then Thursday, Friday
Yeah, looks that way. And as we go towards Friday, one thing for sure for the Indians home opener, it's not going to be cold. It's not going to be warm either, but it's not going to be cold. We're going to be on the warm side of this. Strong area of low pressure up here, cold front like this, and a warm front out here. So we're going to be in the warm sector. But, while the game might not be postponed, there could certainly be a delay in Cleveland with the shower activity. Maybe even a rumble of thunder with this on Friday. I haven't looked closely at the possibility of thunder, but have you looked much at that yet today?
I have. It does seem like there's going to be a little bit of instability. Not a whole lot, but just enough that we might be able to have a stray thunder shower or something. Nothing severe, but it does look like we could hear rumble of thunder.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So Friday's not a great day for anything you have planned outdoors, and then I do think things will improve towards the weekend. Our model stops here for now. It's still coming in, but I think the weekend will be better. Not exactly a warm weekend coming up, but not cold either. We're done, it looks like, hopefully for the season, with days like we had Saturday where it's cold and miserable.
Yes.
We're going to have chilly days. We're going to have wet days. Can't even rule out some wet snowflakes in April in this part of the country, of course. But odds are certainly favoring that we're done with the accumulating snow. Not going to rule it out, but odds certainly favor once we hit April that we're done shoveling. So let's hope that comes true. Here's a look at April as a whole on the latest CFS climate model, average of the last 3 days worth of this model. And the overall theme here is this looks a little warmer than it did when I showed this last week. So the best chance for a colder than average April when we add it all up will be out here in the Midwest. Northeast Ohio, Western PA, if this is clued on to the right ideas, could end up being an average, maybe even a touch above average month. So this looks a little more optimistic than last week's run of this climate model did. So, certainly the pattern we're heading into over the next 2 weeks, while it's not going to be a real warm pattern like we had a couple of springs ago, it doesn't look like we're going to be bothered much by sustained cold either. Occasionally chilly day, but nothing crazy. So as a month, or as a whole, that is, the month of April might, a month from today when we add it all up, might actually be a pretty decent month for us. Let's hope that ends up being great. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this Monday. You'll check me out, I hope, tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11. Mike Joyce will be back for the weekend.
Yep.
And then you've got a weekend off after that.
I do. It's my first one in 3 months. I'm excited.
Who said you could have that? Anyway, thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. Another edition of this video tomorrow afternoon. See you then.